Have you ever watched a manipulator twist reality so convincingly that you're left thinking, Lord, when are you going to expose this? They look untouchable until suddenly they're not. And that's why in today's episode, I'm going to show you how God rips the cover right off of manipulators, why his timing hits like a divine ambush, and what you must do while justice is already moving in your direction. So last week, we exposed the spirit that's been blindsiding Christians. And today, we're going to take this a step further because God doesn't stop at simple awareness. He wants you fully armed and protected. And to do that, we need to have a biblical picture of manipulation. And there's a figure in Scripture who reveals exactly how God deals with manipulators, and her name was Jezebel. But hear me, this is not about gender. The Jezebel spirit is not female, it's not male, it's a pattern, it's a mindset, a spiritual operating system that anyone, man or woman, can cooperate with and be infected by. And most narcissists are. Look, Jezebel looked polished, charming, persuasive, spiritual. Sound familiar? But underneath, she manipulated with emotion, she ruled with fear, she silenced voices that challenged her, and she twisted truth to maintain control, and she destroyed anyone that threatened her image. And that same pattern shows up today in parents, partners, pastors, coworkers, even best friends. Yes, even inside your church. Manipulators don't introduce themselves. They perform, just like Jezebel. So you might be asking, what does her story have to do with yours? Well, just about everything. Because regardless of who you're dealing with, the pattern of manipulation and the pattern of God's response has not changed. Whether it seems like God is taking his time, when it looks like their manipulative people are getting away with everything, when you're wondering why truth isn't rising faster, you're not witnessing God's silence, my friend. You are actually witnessing God's process. So what follows are the four movements of God's justice, the same movements Jezebel had to walk through, and the same movements every manipulative narcissist will go through. When God says, that's enough. Movement number one. It's a lot like what happens when someone's Wi-Fi suddenly cuts out. Everything they built, everything they depend on, everything they think they control instantly falls apart because the signal they rely on is gone. And that's exactly what it looks like when God confronts a manipulator's idolatry. He cuts the signal to the very thing they worship most. And manipulators don't bow to Baal today, they bow to themselves. Their idol is their image, their ego, their control, reputation, their need